I spent 500 hours in the last 3 months looking at my social media content to figure out, why did things start going better? Why am I now getting millions of views and before I wasn't? In case you're starting off on social media or you're a business owner and you want to figure out how to grow your business with social media, this will explain it to you in the most basic way I know how. So virality really comes down to two variables. The first variable is total potential audience, or the market size. And this basically looks huge if you're looking at content within food, within fitness. These are very big categories where there are huge markets. If, however, you're making content for B2B medical sales, then obviously this is a tiny little fragment compared to those two. And your market size for B2B medical sales videos won't be huge. The second part of the formula is alternatives. This is basically everybody you're competing with. You're competing with a bunch of other content creators for the same eyeball. So if you're making food content, you've got thousands of people across the globe that are trying to make it on food content. So the more alternatives the viewers have, the less your chances are of performing well, unless you obviously outperform everybody. But if you're starting off from scratch, your chances of outperforming people is very slim. So how do you go viral on social media? You have to find an audience that's quite big, and then you have to find an audience that also doesn't have a lot of alternatives. The reason why my video started doing well is because I went after a market that was big and that had very few alternatives. And I'll explain what this market is. I went after people that were interested in business. So maybe this is like 10% of people on social media. 10% of people in the 3 billion are interested in business. That's a massive audience of 300 million people. I didn't just stop there because there's a lot of people competing for this 300 million. What I did was put a second filter, and this was storytelling. So if you're looking at the market of people who are interested in business and interested in storytelling, this is a massive market. Maybe you've got 80% of all people on social media that are interested in storytelling. This could be like 2.4 billion. Now overlap the two, you've got 300 million times 80%. This is a massive audience of 240 million. And if you look for storytelling business videos, you won't find many. Now with this specific video, the one I'm making right now, the one you're watching right now, my bet is I'm gonna go after the following audience. The first one is I'm trying to cater to the business audience. And let's say 10% of people on social media are interested in business. The second audience I'm trying to cater to are those people interested in explainer style videos. Maybe that's like 5%, something smaller. If I overlap these two audiences together, it might be something like 10% times 5% times 3 billion people, which is a massive audience. And my bet is there aren't many options or alternatives for people to consume content within this space. And that's why I'm making these videos.